Hello, welcome to Dumb Bros Podcast. I'm your host, Justin. So I finally did it. I finally watched Zack Snyder's cut of the Justice League, 2021. Yeah, it came out this year. It's 4 hours and 2 minutes, starring Henry Cavill as Superman, Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman, Jason Momoa as Aquaman, Ben Affleck as Batman, and Jeremy Irons as Alfred, and you also have Jared Leto as the Joker, Ray Porter as Darkseid, and Henry Lennox as Martian Manhunter, and you also have Kai Zhang as the Atom, who's supposed to be Korean, but they got a Chinese actor. I don't know. Who cares? Also, they have a mixed race Iris West in this film. Yeah, so it is what it is. It is what it is. She's supposed to be Iris West is supposed to be white, if I remember correctly, but who cares? Who cares? Though I heard Jon Stewart was in this film and I didn't see Jon Stewart. So yeah, I don't know what's going on there. Also, did I mention Amber Heard's in the film? But she was in the other one too, but like other cut. But you also have William Dafoe, who looks way different than he does in the Aquaman movie. Because in the Aquaman movie, he has like shorter hair that's like, gelled back, but here it's like super long. And he's wearing like a similar outfit to Aquaman. So the story for this film is basically the same. It's basically Bruce Wayne, Batman, is going around recruiting superheroes because he heard from Lex Luthor there's going to be invasion. Lex Luthor in the last film, Batman vs. Superman film, Lex Luthor got in contact with Darkseid or Steppenwolf, right? But that's not the reason why Steppenwolf, who's a general of Darkseid's army, invades the Earth. They invade the Earth because one of the mother boxes, which doesn't work exactly like they do in the comic books, because in the comic books they pretty much just created boom tubes, which is what the Darkseid and the New Gods use to teleport around. Here they're like engines of destruction, or change machines as they're called in the film, and there's 3 of them, and Darkseid needs to get all 3 to destroy the Earth, which man buried it a long time ago. The Amazons have it, and so does the Atlanteans, and our characters have to stop Steppenwolf from collecting them all, and they also resurrect Superman to help them defeat Steppenwolf in the film, right? Who looks a little different than he did in the first film. I mean, the first cut. And did he always have 6 fingers? I would have to double check, because he has like 6 fingers in the film. Alright. Yeah, so I don't know. I really enjoyed the film. It's a little bit darker, but there's still funny jokes in the film. They got rid of the fucking really stupid line where Barry Allen goes to Batman and is like, right before their first fight with the Parademons and Steppenwolf, and was like, "Hey man, I've never been in a fight before," which is so dumb because we saw him in a fight with Captain Boomerang in Suicide Squad. Sorry, I'm a little thirsty, right? And somebody told that Zack Snyder that, right? So, and he thought it was really dumb. So I guess he took it out, right? Which thank God for that, because I really hated that line, right? But they keep most of the jokes in the film except for the one where like Bruce Wayne first meets Aquaman, he's like, "So I heard you can talk to fish," right? They played the film more serious, right? And Superman has like a black outfit, and and the movie, like, people thought when the movie first came out and it was going to be 4 hours, it would just be a lot of filler, right? which there is filler in the film. Like, the movie doesn't really kick in till like 2 hours into the film, which there are action scenes before that, but it's like the team doesn't really get together till like at least like 2 hours. Like, I would say a little before 2 hours into the film, right? And I really enjoyed the fact that they changed a lot of things. So it's like, if you're like, man, what's the point of even watching this just for like, you know, little Easter eggs here and there? No, they actually did change things, right? Like the ends of fights. Like in the first cut, Bruce Wayne and Alfred were ready for like Superman's, like, you know, resurrection by having like Lois Lane ready to be picked up to, you know, like, to calm down Superman. Here it was just a coincidence that, you know, she was around, which, you know, they were at the monument, right? So it would make sense, you know, she just happened to. Well, it was kind of a coincidence, but I don't know. I really liked it that way, because it was like Batman was about to get fucking killed by Superman, which, you know, they had they introduced these energy dissipating gauntlets that Alfred made that he was super proud of, but like one shot each from Superman's heat vision destroyed the gauntlets, which was cool. Yeah. And I thought overall the fight scenes were better. There was like a darker tone which fit. Like, this movie feels like reminded me a lot of the New 52, like, Justice League, right? Which I enjoyed. Right, it was pretty cool. Though I still have a problem with the team only being like 6 heroes when the Justice League is supposed to be at least 7, right? But you know what? They introduced Manhunter in the film, right? Who turned out to be that Black American general that was in like all like the previous Superman films, and he was in Batman vs Superman. So I thought that was funny that they got that actor, right? And they also introduced Ray Choi, who's played by a Chinese actor who has a Chinese accent, and which I thought that was dumb. Okay, you have a Korean American character being played by a Chinese guy. I thought that was dumb, especially since like you could tell by his lines that he was supposed to be American, but like, you know, the guy couldn't pull off American accent, so he's like, you have this like Chinese accent. But I don't know. I thought, and he doesn't wear a costume at all. They're just setting him up, even though. Are they going to have a Ray Choi Adam in the next Justice League? Which we don't even know if there's going to be a Justice League 2. Apparently, like, I forget, like, they were some director. I heard that like some director was given. I don't know why fucking Warner Brothers, like whoever runs the DC fucking universe, gives these directors like ultimatums, right? You can either do this movie or you can do that movie. How about you hire one director to do one movie and you hire another fucking director to do the other one, man? What the fuck? Because like apparently like Harley Quinn's actress was like, oh yeah, you can do either a solo film or you could do a Jared Leto Harley Quinn movie, and they gave her like the shitty Birds of Prey film, which wasn't really a solo film, was it, bitch? and it fucking sucked. Which, you know, Jared Leto, because I was watching the movie, I was like, when the fuck are they gonna have the Jared Leto like scene, right? And Jared Leto Joker scene's like right at the end of the film. Bruce Wayne has like, there's gonna be spoilers, right? Bruce Wayne has like is still getting the apocalyptic visions, right, of this universe, of this world where a lot of Earth's greatest superheroes were killed, like Aquaman, Wonder Woman, and Superman is teamed up with Darkseid, right, and has something to do with Lois. Apparently, when Zack Snyder was in charge of the DCU, he was planning on having like Batman cuck Superman, and that's why Superman went evil. Which is like, what the fuck? Oh my god. So that's probably not happening, right? But yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. Apparently, we might get a Justice League 2. But if they do have a Justice League 2, yeah, have Martian Manhunter. That would be cool, right? I want at least 7 characters, right? 7 team members, right? Or maybe introduce more. Who cares? But like, yeah, I want at least 7 in the next film, right? Which they told. There's lots of scenes with Darkseid in this film. Wasn't huge fan of his voice, but like, you know, it was cool. They introduced the what's it called? I fucking forget what it's called. And I just finished watching the film a few hours ago. Oh my god, the anti-life equation, right? Which that's one of the things that's different from this cut and the other cut, where they introduce the anti-life equation, and like Darkseid is planning on bringing his armada to conquer Earth, right? Which you see the Sod and what I assume is Granny Goodness in the film, which I don't even know who played her, but like, you know. Which I'm a little disappointed that they don't like make the. I mean, I guess the Jack Kirby designs doesn't exactly. That was Peter Guinness as Dassad. I thought that was what's his name, Sam Pertwee, the guy who played like Alfred in Gotham, whatever his name is. That's a different actor than I thought it was. Yeah, so I don't know, man. I enjoyed the film, but I think the best way to watch this film is to watch it in, like, you know, pieces, because it's in different parts for a reason, man. Like, you treat it like you treat like a mini series, right? Like, so, there's a reason why this movie never made it to like fucking theaters, right? Yeah, so I think it's best to watch in parts, and I really like the fact that they that in this film at the end Lex Luthor they show like Lex Luthor escape from prison, which they don't actually show it, but like, you know, he's escaped from prison, meets Deathstroke, who is getting hired to kill Batman, and then Lex Luthor doxes Batman Bruce Wayne, right? Which I thought was interesting, because it's like, yeah, because he knows who Batman is, so it wouldn't make sense for him to keep it to himself, right? So I'm glad that they had that scene, because like that, I was walking my dog, right, and I'm like, how come like Lex Luthor never docs like Batman when he knows he's Bruce Wayne, right? So like, yeah, he gets Lex Luthor doxes Batman to like Deathstroke, who Deathstroke apparently has like a grudge against Batman, even though we saw in the Nightmare World vision that in the new Justice League is comprised of, like, you know, Batman, Flash, Mira, Deathstroke, and Joker. Which is like, what a fucking lineup. You got like Cyborg too. So you got a mix of, like, you know, villains and, like, you know, heroes on the same team, right? And yeah, which is like, would Mira be even like useful in like in the, you know, post-apocalyptic Earth? Because it doesn't look like there's a lot of water. And the one thing she's supposed to be good at is that she's good at manipulating water. So it's like, what the fuck use is she going to be on the fucking Justice League roster when there's no water, right? But whatever, it's so cool. I heard we were supposed to get like a New Gods movie, which apparently is not going to happen, which is a shame, because I would like to see a New Gods movie, even though I haven't read the New Gods comics yet. But like, you know, Orion seems like a cool character. I would love to see him. If they do make a New Gods movie, hopefully they don't like gender swap and race swap all the characters like they did with the Eternals. Which I'm almost done um, my Eternals comic book, so I'll be ready for a review soon. Hopefully by tomorrow, right? So if you guys want to know my rating for this film, I liked it. I would say it's an 8 out of 10. I think it's superior than the Joss Whedon cut, but it's the thing where there's a lot of filler. So if you're gonna watch it in pieces, right? Yeah. So that's it for this review.